Friday night special.
Go ahead, Central 10.
We have a deceased at this location. It appears suspicious. Could we have Central Detectives from crime scene attend?
Central 10, copy that.
Must be a few $1,000s there. Generous touch from our murderer.
Yeah, at least we know it wasn't robbery, sir.
Constable, point your brownie at that, if you don't mind.
Lance, you know, I really need to get the body out of that suit.
Yes, shortly, Imogen, shortly.
Okay, done. Any more?
Yes, I'm sure there will be. You just stay alert, Constable.
Yes, thank you, Lance. That's much better.
Well, look, can I at least check the lividity?
Yes, of course, Imogen. Body soaking in hot water, that'll make time of death a bit of a challenge,
Yes, quite. Well, he's still blanching, so he can't have been dead more than a few hours.
No later than 8. That's when the delivery boy phoned. Can we do something about that carnival atmosphere out there, please?
Yes, see if you can sort that out with you, Constable. Don't disturb him.
I know.
Yes, well, what's got into her?
No idea. Look, Malcolm, I would like to remove that roll of notes before it gets washed away.
We better wait till Vance and Hayden have a look.
Excuse me, can I have to turn this stuff off?
Oh, sure. It's just a switch on.
All right. Don't touch it. No, don't. Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
Are they finished with me? My boss hates me being late. He'll kill me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Hey, Dee, what's happened to the lights?
Tell you later. I'm Detective Vance, who are you?
Oh, Ralph Eady.
Pizza delivery, he found the bodies through that way. Thanks.
Name? Lindsay Frampton. The pizza boy identified him. There's no one at home upstairs.
So he's dressed for the spa waiting for his pizza.
Yes, but he'd already been in the water. You just check out the leg here there. See how it's flat and even?
Yeah, what, so it's been wet?
Yes, at some stage, and it's left to dry undisturbed. Now, I believe that he was in the spa, but got out to put on the bathrobe.
To make the murderer.
Well, he wouldn't have been expecting anyone if he was in the spa.
Oh, he was expecting me. I bring a pizza every Friday.
Ralph, did Mr. Frampton place the pizza order?
It's a regular order. He leaves the back door open for me and usually calls me in. He's always in the spa by then.
Yeah, alone like this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, hot tub and room service. Half his luck.
Yeah.
Yes, Sergeant? Yes?
Removing the money now, then he's yours.
Listen, Ralph, did you notice anybody outside when you arrived?
No one. Oh, but all the lights and stuff were off in the corridor. He usually leaves them going.
Right, so you were the one that turned the lights and the machines on when you arrived?
Well, yeah. See, he likes them that way. Mr. Frampton owned all those gizmos at fairs and that. He made squillions.
I'm Mrs. Frampton. If something's happened here, I'd
I'll go.
like to know. What's happened? Lindy?
Can I go back to work now?
Look, I'll talk to someone in charge, all right? My own house.
Mrs. Frampton, I'm Detective Hayden.
What's this all about?
It's about your husband, ma'am.
Lindsay? Is he hurt?
His body was found in the spa about an hour ago. All right?
Mrs. Frampton, I'm Detective Vance.
Can I see him?
No, not yet.
I should call my son.
Yeah. After that, maybe we could talk upstairs.
Mr. Eady, before you go, I would like to borrow your fingers, if I may.
Spa. His favourite spot. Lindsay would have chosen to have died there, I think. Was it a heart attack?
Nothing's certain at this stage, Mrs. Frampton, but it doesn't look like an accident.
What, you mean a burglar? What, did they come up here? Did they go through our things?
There are no signs of forced entry, no.
We don't think it's a robbery.
Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to harm your husband?
Oh, look, he wasn't the warmest human being who could meet Detective, but this... I'd never wish this on him. Never.
Mrs. Frampton, where were you tonight?
I was with a business associate of Lindsay's, Ernie Meinhardt. We go through the books every Friday evening.
Right. And can you tell us when you last saw your husband alive?
Just as I left, about 6:30.
Mum, are you okay?
You poor thing. I'm fine. Police are taking care of it all. Sorry, this is our son Michael and his fiancée Amy Sims.
How do you do?
It's unbelievable. You weren't the one to find him?
No.
Good.
You're a student?
I'm finishing a medical degree.
Student digs don't appeal.
I prefer to live at home. Now, can you tell me what happened to my father?
I'm afraid we're going to have to wait for the autopsy, Michael.
So you're not even sure it's murder?
Some money was found with your father.
Yeah, Dad always had cash around. Why is it relevant?
The money was found in your father's mouth. Did you see your father tonight, Michael?
Yeah, about 7. He was yelling at someone down the phone. Dad was always yelling down the phone. I went to meet Amy, my fiancée. Same as every Friday. Leave the house to Dad.
We like to take a walk in the park at night and get a bite to eat.
What time did you meet tonight?
Michael was running a little bit late, I think about 7:15.
Right, and how long were you there for?
Until Delia called Michael on his mobile with the news.
Did you see anyone that you knew at the park at all tonight?
Not tonight, no.
Amy, do you have a key to this house?
No. My mother does, though. She's the cleaner here.
Janet Sims is not just the cleaner, she's a good friend.
Yeah, Mum's a friend of Delia's. She's worked for Lindsay for years at his fairs, since Michael and I were kids.
Right, and she cleans for you now?
She needs the money.
Well, I'd give it to her. Janet wouldn't take handouts, as she calls them.
Did she clean the house today?
Yes, she was here till quite late, 4, I think.
Right, I'll need to speak to your mother. Would you be at home tonight, do you know?
Excuse me, sorry. Tessa, the contractors are here.
They'll be moving your husband, Mrs. Frampton.
Please. Can I see you?
I was there today. I'm there every day, cleaning, you know, floors, bathrooms, kitchen.
What time did you finish this afternoon, Mrs. Sims?
Just about 4. Lindsay was still alive and kicking then, not that we spoke.
Did anything unusual happen today?
No weirdo visitors, if that's what you mean.
What sort of mood was Mr. Frampton in?
Just the usual. Busy, standoffish.
Had he argued with anybody recently? Someone within the family, perhaps?
Well, he wouldn't tell me if he did.
Delia tells us that you're an old friend.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of work for Lindsay years ago. Spruiking, handing out soft toys at the shooting arcades and selling hot dogs. And Delia was just a young thing in the office then. We got pretty close, especially when she married the boss. She needed someone to talk to.
What about?
Lindsay. As he got richer, he turned into an even meaner prat.
What, so it wasn't a happy marriage?
Well, that'd be something you'd have to ask Delia, wouldn't it?
So you can get rich running Sideshow Alley?
Well, Lindsay bought into pinball machines and then electronic things in the 70s.
Video games?
Yeah. Now he owns every second games arcade in the city. Fat lot of good it did him. All that money.
The notes are numbered and sequential, so I should be able to trace them to a bank at least.
There's nothing else to find, I'll bet.
Oh, I don't know. Water doesn't wash away every sin, Constable.
Did you have a look at that family tonight? Not a tear from any of them.
Well, it was probably shock. Sometimes it takes a while for the reality to sink in.
The only reality in that family is that they all hated the guy. I know that look.
You little beauty. Got it. That's what we need.
What?
It's a smudge. Smudge, a greasy smudge. It's oil of some sort. That is enough to work with. You beauty.
Yeah, I still like working the fairs. I served hamburgers and chips at a stand tonight.
And did you go to the fair straight after you left the Framptons this afternoon?
Yeah. Yeah, cleaning doesn't pay enough. Look, how long are you lot going to keep me here?
Yeah, just a moment. You didn't like Lindsay, yet you kept working for him.
Yeah, well, I'm very fond of Delia and Michael, and I'd do anything for them. Delia, she needs some support now and then.
You said it wasn't a happy marriage. Did Lindsay ever hit Delia?
There are worse things than a slab copper.
How late did you work at the fair tonight?
I got home by 8. I just did the evening rush.
Well, the killer definitely had greasy paws. Need a bit of luck, don't you, Constable? Have a look.
That's good print.
That is an excellent fingerprint. Now, you take a photograph of it and we might be able to get a match.
I don't need a chaperone, thank you.
Procedure, sorry.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Sims.
Hello? Very folk. I have a fingerprint on one of the notes.
Enough for a match?
Well, we're running the elimination prints we obtained at the Frampton house. Then we'll hit the database.
A fingerprint? How could that survive this far?
Yes, well, it was in an oily deposit. I'll run gas chromatograph.
Oil as in cooking oil?
Mm-hmm.
Hamburgers and chips.
I'll get the stairs. Sims!
What now?
We'd like to take your fingerprints for elimination purposes.
Look, if you're going to start asking for things like that, I need a solicitor here.
Well, you can call for one.
I don't have to do what you say.
I understand that, ma'am, but we'd appreciate it if you'd help us.
Here's something you can appreciate. Me and my fingerprints are going home.
Just great.
Well, if Mrs. Sims isn't going to cooperate...
Why don't we go to the Frampton house and grab a cleaning gear? We might be able to lift a print that'll match the note.
Yeah, enough for a warrant.
Yeah. Hello?
Got a fingerprint match for you.
Have you already got the cleaning lady's prints?
Cleaning lady?
Oh, it's not her.
No. It's someone much closer to our victim's heart.
Yeah, someone with a record as well.
I'm not a criminal. I did one dumb break and enter with some mates and I got caught.
And now you deliver pizzas. See a lot of nice homes, do you, Ralph?
Oh, this is nuts. Mr. Frampton was a good bloke. Why would I want to kill him?
We haven't said you wanted to.
I used to see him every Friday. He always gave me a $10 tip.
You know, Ralph, you can tell us anything you want to about Mr. Frampton.
What do you mean?
Well, it was always you that delivered his pizza, wasn't it? And he'd be waiting in the spa.
He's nice to you, gives you a good tip. Did he ever ask for any special favours?
Something you might have thought was improper, maybe?
You mean sex stuff? Oh, give me a break.
All right, Ralph, look. Do you remember Sergeant Fisk took a set of your fingerprints this evening?
Yeah, with the ink pad.
One of your prints matches a print we found on a banknote in Mr. Frampton's mouth.
I didn't do it.
Did you fight with him, Ralph?
He was already dead. I was just worried about my job.
Your job?
You see, my boss is always watching me. It's hard when you've got form. He keeps waiting for me to stuff up. If I went back to the depot with the cold pizza and no money, he'd spew. So I took 100 from his mouth before I called the cops, and then I put the rest back in. I didn't even take a tip. $88. I put it in his trouser pocket. Honest.
Yep, $88 in the victim's pockets, and the pizza boy's greasy fingerprints were all over the coins.
Oh, well, that's terrific, Fizz. We've just lost 2 suspects. Toots, got anything we can use?
Yes, there's bruising on the back of the heel and the calf, consistent with striking the back of the spine.
So he was pushed backwards?
Yes, that fits. But there are no other bruises on his body. In fact, there's no defence wounds at all.
Which means that he wouldn't have put up a struggle when he was being held underwater.
Oh, no, he didn't drown. No, there's very little water in his lungs.
So how was he killed?
It's a broken neck.
Broken neck.
In fact, the spinal cord was severed at C2. See, it's high enough to have caused death almost instantly.
So he broke his neck on the back of the spar?
That's right, and then he slid under the water. This looks so much like an accident.
Well, except for the $5,000 gobstopper.
Yes, and cuts and bruises on his lower lip and gum, consistent with the money being jammed in.
Before or after death?
Ah, now, well, that's very
difficult to tell.
Yeah, your average burglar doesn't leave $5,000 at the crime scene, does he?
No, this isn't robbery, which makes me think that the killer must be close to home.
Oh, Mum, it's too soon to worry about all that. Just take your time.
Still a business to run. Sorry your mother got dragged into it all last night.
The police got her a bit wound up, but she's settled down by this morning.
Good.
She'll be over later.
Not to clean.
She wants things to feel normal.
Ernie.
Hey, holding up, gorgeous.
Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, look, I was just heading down to homicide. They want a word.
Well, I'm sure it's just routine.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
What about some tea?
I'll put the kettle on.
I'll help.
You'll be okay, Deals. You can count on me.
What are you going to say?
Delia and I were together at my place, going over the books from about 6:45.
Was there anyone else there with you?
Nah, it's a regular event, though. I run the arcade side of the business, and Delia helps me get the numbers crunched for the accountant.
When did she leave your house, Ernie?
About 9-ish, I guess.
How long have you worked for the victim?
I've slaved for Lindsay for about 10 years now. Started off doing delivery work for him.
How'd you get on with him?
Lindsay was never what you call a mate. The old bastard still treats me like a truck driver. And just another grunt in the payroll,
Do you have any theories about what happened to him last night?
I couldn't say for sure, mate, but pretty rough and ready game, were him.
Unusual for the boss's wife to conduct business in an employee's home, isn't it?
Look, mate, any chance Delia got to get out of that house, Delia grabbed.
Well, are you saying that the Frampton marriage was in trouble?
Well, it was never a great romance.
Yep. No, that's great. That's all I need. Thanks.
Dee, did you get these messages from your mum?
Not yet.
OK, I'm all ears. Update, please.
Well, the victim was on the phone arguing with an interstate supplier until just after 7 p.m.
So that means that Frampton died sometime between 7 and 8 p.m?
Yeah. I've been under the Reserve Bank. Those notes were issued 7 days ago in the same suburb as the victim's home.
Well, I suggest that you get a warrant for all their cash withdrawals going back a week. You never know, might give you the lead you need.
OK. Already happening.
Jamming the money into his mouth. They were trying to tell him something, weren't they?
Well, it's pretty obvious to me that they hated him, the wife and son. Didn't you see them when the body was being loaded? It was blank, nothing. I know if I had to bury my father tomorrow, I probably would look exactly like they did, like it was a big relief.
do you want now?
Is Delia in?
You've already offered your condolences.
What is your problem, Michael? I'm a mate of your mum's.
Yeah, how much of a mate, Ernie?
What?
It doesn't take all Friday evening to reconcile the books.
Is this jealousy, Michael?
Look, what's going on?
Just give her a message for me, okay? Tell her everything's fine. All right? It's important.
Mum, sorry to wake you. Ernie just stopped by again.
Where is he?
He couldn't stay, but he said everything is fine. Now, what exactly is fine, Mum?
I suppose he meant he didn't have any trouble with the police.
Were you expecting him to?
No, of course not. I want to sell this place. So much of your father in it.
Yeah.
Unless you and Amy want to live here, that would be fitting.
Mum, what exactly does Ernie know? There's something I should know too?
We'll talk. Later.
Hey, Dee. Don't forget your messages.
Oh, it's okay. I know what they're about.
No, wait. There's dinner at 7. Could you bring dessert? What's that one about?
Yeah, it's my father's birthday, and my mother organises this stupid family dinner every year. It's a bit of a joke. I'm not going.
Dee, you have to go to your father's birthday.
Well, no, actually, I don't have to go to my father's birthday.
You are a hard woman these days, right?
My father used to belt us when we were kids and make us apologise for upsetting him. I call that hard. But you wouldn't know about that. I guess your family's probably perfect, yeah?
Right. All right. Well, thanks very much. Bye. Hello, breakthrough. That was that bank manager. There was just one withdrawal of exactly $5,000 last Wednesday.
Who withdrew it?
Michael Frampton.
Before you two leap into your Batmobile, I've got a footnote for you. There was a second greasy smear on the side of the spar.
From Pizza Boy?
No. Analysis shows it only contains 7% of palmitic fatty acid. Now, whereas the smear on the $100 bill contained 25% of the same fatty acid.
Well, so you're saying it's a different oil?
Yeah, sunflower oil. It's very common, but our young pizza friend had cottonseed oil on his fingers.
Yeah, but it could have been on the victim's fingers before he died.
Possible. Or it could come from a third person. Our murderer.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, Michael's not here. You're welcome to wait.
You know where he's gone?
He didn't say. You've only missed him by a bit.
Is Mrs. Frampton here?
No, she drove off just before Michael left.
What do you want with my daughter?
Nothing at the moment, Mrs. Sims. We're after Michael. Do you know
No,
where
he
he...
didn't say.
Well, you're helping your mother today, are you?
I do quite often. Gives us a chance to talk.
Why don't you have a word with Ernie down the main arcade? He might know their plans. Delia cries on his shoulder often enough. Now, if you excuse me, I've got work to do.
The park that you and Michael go to, it's close by, isn't it?
Yeah, about 5 or 10 minute walk.
Right, and you said you were there last night?
That's right. Michael went to get something and I waited.
By yourself in the park?
It was a lovely night. I was looking at the lake.
So Michael met you a little after 7, then went off to get some food.
Yes, but...
How long was he away from you?
I don't know. 20 minutes or so?
And what did he bring back to eat?
Just fish and chips.
So Michael was away from Amy for 20 minutes at the critical moment. To shut a hostage.
Yeah, he was an ugly one. Did Michael have enough time to kill Lindsay and get back with the food?
Yep, he did. Just. Amy had the same opportunity, of course.
Big inheritance waiting for Michael.
Mm-hmm. That is a motive, but he would have got the money anyway.
Well, maybe Michael got impatient.
Loser.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry to keep you. Had another meltdown at the popcorn machine.
Look, we need to talk to Delia or Michael. Do you know where they are?
No, I haven't sighted either of them this morning. They're not here. Hey, fellas, could you get your bums off there? Thanks.
So this is how Lindsay made his millions, eh?
Yeah, mate, the bloody thing's like great big poker machines. Like, the thing is, these bastards don't pay out. That suited Lindsay no end.
That's him.
Mr. Frampton!
Yeah?
We'd like you to come down to homicide, sir, answer a few more questions for us, please.
Yes, I did go for fish and chips last night. They might remember me at the shop.
So you would have had time to return home and confront your father?
But I didn't.
Why didn't you tell us about the trip last night?
Why would I? It never occurred to me that it mattered. Is that all you're worried about?
Is that a record of your bank account?
Yes.
$5,000 was taken out.
Yes, okay, the money was mine. But you can hardly blame me for shutting up about it last night.
Why'd you leave it jammed in your father's mouth?
I didn't. I did not kill my father. The money was mine, but I gave it to him the other night on Wednesday. We argued.
About money?
No, Dad didn't like Amy. He said she was a gold digger after my money. His money. He was insisting that Amy sign a prenuptial agreement or he'd kick me out of the will. Just cut me out of the family trusts.
Would he have done that?
Oh, yeah. He'd be glad to have the excuse.
Did Amy know about the prenuptial?
Yeah, sure. She said she'd sign it, but I wouldn't let Dad insult her like that.
So how does this $5,000 fit in?
Dad saw everything as dollars and cents. It was a wall between us. As a kid, the only way I'd known done something that pleased him was if he gave me money. So I was trying to make a point with the $5,000. I said it was a repayment to him for being a father. Services rendered, so he'd be square.
What, did he take your money?
He laughed. He said it was barely a down payment. In the end, I just shoved it in his pocket.
Not in his mouth.
No, into his pocket. He was wearing his bathrobe. I just wanted him to be a real father.
This is so crazy. Why are we doing this?
Just relax, okay? Really, we're safe. All right? Now, your mum's doing Delia shopping. Delia is, you know where. And the cops have Michael.
I suppose.
So look, let's have a bit of a party for good old Lindsay. All right? Now the bastard's gone, we're home and hosed.
So, what about Michael Frampton?
Well, he had the opportunity, and you can take your pick for motive.
Certainly sounding that way.
We could charge him with circumstantial evidence.
No way. Watch it fall over in court. I want a confession.
We should talk to Amy.
Yeah, well, she was waiting in the park for Michael to return. Now, if he just killed his father, he would have been jumping out of his skin.
Which means she could have been protecting him.
Or she's in on it.
Get her in. Put the pressure on.
Right.
Tessa, I'm really sorry. But
I'm sorry.
No, I
I'm
didn't mean,
sorry.
no, it's okay. I didn't mean to dump on you.
Do you want to talk about things?
Oh, no, that's fine. Thanks anyway.
Amy Sims, Amy, you've admitted you were alone in the park last night around 7:30.
For about 20 minutes, yes.
So you would have had enough time to run to the Frampton house and back again.
Did you have an argument with Lindsay?
No.
Did you push him into the spa and leave him for dead, Amy?
No. Why would I argue with him? He was going to be my father-in-law. Why would I want to kill him?
Because of his opinion of you.
No, I didn't care about that. Mum always taught me to be proud of myself, whatever.
What about the prenuptial agreement?
I offered to sign.
Would have been a big loss for you, though, if the marriage hadn't worked out, wouldn't it?
How does your pride deal with that?
You think I did it?
Well, it's understandable, isn't it?
No.
Michael's bitterness must have rubbed off.
He's not bitter.
Michael's lost childhood. He hasn't forgotten.
Yeah, and your mother?
Treated very shabbily by Lindsay. Michael feels it and so do you.
No, I don't.
You have to deal with it every day.
Hatred, envy.
Yes, but...
So you just let it all out.
Told him what you thought.
Like what he could do with his prenuptial agreement.
You had an argument? He pushed you, so you pushed him.
No, I didn't. I don't hate him. It's not like he killed my parents.
Whose parents did he kill? Amy?
I didn't mean anything.
Whose parents did he kill?
Maybe you should talk to Annie Meinhardt.
Yeah, my parents died when I was 16, They were partners with Lindsay. They worked their guts out for him and the business.
How did they die?
Fairground accident. Both my parents were killed. They worked all their bloody lives for him. When they died, it was like they never existed. Lindsay had the partnership deal stitched up.
So you ended up with nothing?
Yeah, not a Zach.
And yet you came to work for him?
Yeah, well, there you go. You know, I got over it.
You and Delia are close, aren't you?
Yeah.
Back to each other's alibis?
Yeah, look, Delia was at my place. It doesn't mean we had some kind of love pact going.
Ernie, we checked your mobile phone log. 2 calls made in the early evening, neither from your suburb.
You weren't at home, where were you?
Look, Delia's a friend of mine, nothing more.
So, tell us the truth.
Okay. Delia wasn't with me last night. She was stuck in that crummy marriage of hers, but lately, you know, she's organised something, you know?
And this something wasn't with you?
No, it's not with me. I just cover for her. Look, I don't know the full details, right? But if she's not at home right now, this is where she'll be.
Thank you, Ernie.
Thank you.
Very comfy.
Good afternoon. Hey, Delia, a bit of a draft.
Well, I don't blame Ernie for thinking that. Secret house and a young man. It's all quite innocent.
So you were drawing?
Yes, I took it up about 18 months ago. As a hobby.
And why did you have to keep it secret?
Well, if Lindsay had known about it, he'd have found some way to make it all tiny and worthless next to all his money. I had to find a way to give myself a life apart from Lindsay, not tied up in all his business and his wealth. So I did it right here. This is my space.
Just on Friday nights?
Usually. I couldn't resist coming over today.
Delia, are you done with me?
Yeah, we've got your details, thanks.
Why did you lie to us? All this was your alibi.
It just popped out. Well, I've been lying about it automatically for 1.5 years.
Are these of Lindsay?
Yes, those are all of Lindsay. As fast sketches my tutor made me do as an exercise to cast off demons.
Did it work?
Yes. Lindsay was a bad dream for me and I just couldn't wake up, so putting him on paper just spelt it all out. I didn't care about his money anymore. I found some pride in myself again.
Dad saw everything as dollars and cents. There was a wall between us.
Mum always taught me to be proud of myself. Whatever.
Hey? I reckon this is about money, but not the way we've thought.
I'm sorry. The police were accusing me. I was flustered.
So you thought you'd drop me in it? Well, thanks a lot, Amy.
It wasn't like that. It just slipped out.
Well, how am I supposed to trust you now? I mean, what else is just going to slip out?
We'll be okay. Just please keep your voice down.
You've stopped everything we've planned, you know? We could have been set for life. Now it's all going to go down the tubes.
What did you mean by that? Everything we've planned?
Look, Amy and I are an item, mate. Have been for yonks.
Well, you planned it. You were lying to me all the time.
That's not what you think.
Dad had you picked. He was dead right. It was money. All you wanted was money.
Michael, no.
Is it true?
You killed him.
Yeah, good one, Amy. You've shafted us both.
Hello? Anyone home? No answer.
No one down the back.
Let's try the Frampton's place.
Right.
You want money? Here you go. Take it, huh?
Michael, please.
Well, it's not enough for you. Here. Huh?
Stop it!
Why am I you and your boyfriend can have it all now, huh? Look here. Take my watch. Huh? You can hock it. Hey, how much does it cost to buy your love, Amy?
Hey, we didn't know. Sorry. Yeah, you saved me a phone call. My girlfriend here can tell you about her murdering boyfriend, Ernie Meinhardt.
That is enough. Come here. Stand here.
What's happening? What's he talking about, Amy?
Annie and me. We've been together years now. It was all planned. After a while, I divorced Michael with settlement money. We could have a life together.
You are more than a gold digger, Amy. You're a bloody whore!
Get outside!
Come on, take a seat. So the prenuptial agreement did get in the way, did it?
Michael thinks I don't care about him, but I do. It was so horrible when they all found out, the looks on their faces.
When they all found out, who else is here, Amy?
Ernie, Mum, they all hate me now.
Janet, seems you've got a lovely daughter.
Don't fool me, Ernie. You worked with Lindsay and you pretended you didn't hate him, you pretended you didn't blame him for your parents dying.
Maybe.
And now you found another way to poison his family.
Janet, you give me too much
You
credit.
hated him so much.
You
any
hated him
chance
too.
you got, any chance you got, you slipped in the knife. You even helped Delia with the little flings. And now you use my daughter to smash his son, you vile little turd.
So easy. That scrawny little neck of yours. Janet, you've got it all wrong. You see, I just wanted some money, and so did your precious daughter.
So you hated Lindsay with more passion than you let on?
You're good, you picked him.
Hurting Michael, that was out of hatred for Lindsay, wasn't it?
Look, I loved Amy. We needed some money.
Yeah, I understand that it was a plan to get Lindsay's money. It's why leaving the $5,000, it seems odd.
But you had your pride, didn't you, Janet? Only you were proud enough to leave the money.
You came to Lindsay to talk about the prenuptial agreement, didn't you?
I came to tell him to pull his head in. I wanted those kids to be happy, and that piece of paper was going to ruin their lives. But he turned foul on me. He said I envied his money. He called my girl a greedy trollop. Yeah, well, he could have been right there. He pulled the cash out of his pocket and he threw it at me. He told me to get out of his life.
He didn't understand that you couldn't be bought.
I saw red. I grabbed that money and I shoved it down his throat. And he laughed, but he stumbled back. And
So his death was an accident?
I thought, who cares? Who's going to miss him?
Maybe living 400 kilometres away from your family isn't such a bad idea.
I'm going to tell your mother you said that.
Don't you dare ring my mother.
Reminiscing about your rural background, Hayden.
No, but I do miss my mum's rhubarb cobbler.
Well, there you go. I'll tell her that at the same time. Who would like a drink?
Love one, but Dee and I have some work to do.
Oh, come on, can't it wait? I'm buying.
Yes, well, I acknowledge that is a rare opportunity indeed, Hayden, but this report needs to be completed.
It's no use arguing.
Voice of reason.
All right. Nighty-night.
Nighty-night.
See ya.
Now, Constable, banknote number 24.
Be back in a sec.
Where are you going? Attention span of a Brazil nut, that girl.
Hi, Mum, it's me. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just ringing to say I'll probably be a bit late. Thought I'd pick up a cheesecake or something for dessert.
Dee!
I'm coming! Yeah, I gotta go.
Dee!
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Dee!
Okay, I've gotta go, sorry. Bye.
Constable!